Okay, so I'm going to boot with the open core because it's newer. It doesn't matter. You use Clover or open core. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install into the 128 gig external, which was the original hard drive from this laptop. When you don't have the DSDT patched, you will have all these ACPI error either with Clover or open core. So don't fret it. It just takes longer to boot. Alright, so now we're in. So what we want to do is that this one was a window before, so we have to reformat to APFS. So we use this utility, and this is the external right here. So the Window Pro is the one I want to install it to. So I'm going to erase Window Pro. It has 126 gig, and wow, they don't let me to do APFS because this one is not. So it looks like I have to delete them all. Okay, so now we go back to this utility. So we see here Catalina 155. That's the one we created, and it's in NTFS. So what we're going to do is going to erase it. Now they let us to do APFS. It's because it's a GPT. So Catalina required GPT. So we're going to erase it, and it should be very easily. Okay. So now we're going to install. Continue. Agree. So we want external Catalina. So it's going to take 3 minutes. So it goes directly to the installer automatically with open core, which is very nice. If you use Clover, you have to redirect it to the installer. Okay, so this is the second time, and this one should reboot really fast. There you go. So I go to macro installer again. So this will be the last time. Okay, so this should be the final. Again, we install it into this external and make sure it works first before we install it into the internal partition. So 16 minutes remaining. Okay, so it's done. So now I boot it to Catalina 155 automatically. Okay, so now we go to the welcome screen and start setting it up. So since I have the DW1820A installed, so they see my Wi-Fi right away. But if you don't have it, just hit continue. Okay, finishing it up, setting up the Mac. So we're done. Now the next one is going to be called Post Catalina. So what we need to do is, actually we can install the updates since they have the new one. Okay, so this is post Catalina. So the first thing when we boot it up is that we need to check on the trackpad and we want to click tab to click, and then we move this one faster. So the second one is that if we set up everything correctly, we should have the network. Okay, so the Wi-Fi should be on if it's supported, and the Ethernet. So if the Ethernet has the correct driver, you will be able to see the hardware ID. Okay, so this is the MAC address of the Ethernet. If your PNLF is working, you should have the display with the dimmer. And if your keyboard is working, PS2 controller will automatically has this keyboard working and the sound is working. But in order for you to see the sound here clicking, you need to show the volume, play feedback so you can hear it. The network, Bluetooth, show the Bluetooth in the menu bar. So I have the Bluetooth working. Now, security, if you have the internet, you have to turn on the firewall. Turn on the firewall and use the stealth. Enable it. Energy saver. Since this is a laptop, you do not want Ethernet or network access. Now, if you plug in the power, you want to prevent the computer from sleeping. But on battery, you can put it 5 minutes. Okay, keyboard, you have a shortcut. So you want to take a screenshot, save picture as a file. So I use Control 3 and save an area, Control 4. So now if I hit Control 4, I will be able to select. If I want to take the whole screen, Control 3. You don't see the internal hard drive here. So what we need to do to go to Preference, Finder, turn on the hard disk, and connect the servers. The sidebar, make sure we turn on everything. Advanced. So you want to search this Mac or you want to search the folder. So I like to search the folder. The internal hard drive is on. You should sort by name. Also with Catalina, you can use stack. So the stacks will group all the same files together. If you use Clover, you need to install Kex into the library extension. So right now, this one is on the external hard drive with the EFI folder. So I'm going to install Clover into the EFI of this one. So what we need, always take the application and move it to here. So what we want to do is to move the terminal out, and also this utility. These two we use a lot. So to find out the EFI folder, disk util list. So this is disk 2 external. So the EFI is disk 2 S2. So sudo disk util mount. So now it's mounted. Nothing inside the EFI folder or this external USB hard drive. So what we need to do is to download. So the release version is 5.5119. Download the zip and also the install package. So Safari, we should take the preference. Do not open save, okay? Because they trash the zip file. And when we use tab, open the tab. You're gonna click Clover. So it cannot be opened. So what we can do is this: sudo sbctl12 access space 12 master disable. Prevent App Store from open. You can open anyway, or if you do this, you can open all. You go back anywhere. You see that? Continue. So what I want to do, customize. So we're going to install on the Catalina external hard drive into the EFI there. So Clover UEFI booting only. Do all the recommended drivers because we know what we're going to get. So those are recommended. So let's say human. We don't need any of those. Memory fix 3 and 5 volt. We don't need any of those. We need this one. NVMe. Okay. So we install the RC script on the target volume. And theme, we want to select all. Alright, we don't need to install. Okay, so it's done. So now we're going to open this up. We're going to see EFI folder, and we see Clover. So we're going to do, on the particular laptop, I use OC. So I'm just going to open this, my bootable USB flash drive. I'm going to copy my OC in here. And on the boot here, this boot is 5119 Clover. I'm going to use the boot OC. So there is the boot OC 5119. I'm going to put over here. And I rename it to boot EFI. I need a APFS. I can boot straight from my external USB hard drive, UEFI. So I'm going to copy Clover also. Alternate A, alternate C, and I'm going to paste it in. So the reason we want the EFI folder partition to be 500 meg is because if we use OpenCore and Clover, it will take out a lot of space. So now we should have some apps installed into our application. So we need these two hacking tools, the old one and the new one. I'm going to put into the application. Okay, so just wait for it to get done. All the apps. So we open the application. Inside the application now they have a standard one, but we want brightness slider, Clover configurator, DPCI manager. We're going to use that to test IASL, message debug, IOTA registry, that's important. And with Mac IASL track. This one's also good if we need to use it. Super duper. This one's for text. Okay, so we're going to put everything on. I also want the Xcode too. If you downloaded the Catalina from Olarilla, inside here they have a lot of files that you can use, which is almost the same. They have a lot of application, but make sure you learn it first before you start using. So what you want to do to get the power gadget, when the Intel gadget is already installed, we can open it up, and you see right here it's 3.4 gig and minimum core is 0.6, so it's moving. So that means the frequency is working. The speed step going to up to maximum is 3.4, so this one is working. So make sure this one works before we can do all the sleep, wake, and everything else. The iMessage is going to work because the NVRAM had to report correctly. So you're going to go to the iMessage debug, and you will see no errors here. So every time you boot, you make sure that it doesn't have any failure.